Welcome back to Golf Loops. This is episode 5 and it's major time again. Yes, it feels like the Masters just finished, but this week it's the second men's major of the year, the PGA Championship. Today, we'll talk about what the PGA Championship actually is, the coolest stories from its history, the club pros taking on the stars, who might win this year, and some other fun facts along the way. So first up, what is the PGA Championship? Well, it's one of golf's 4 majors. As a reminder, the 4 are the Masters, which Rory won a few weeks ago, PGA Championship, US Open, and the Open Championship. And together, they're the 4 most prestigious events which everyone wants to win. The PGA stands for Professional Golfers Association. So this is the professional golfers' own championship. Specifically, the Professional Golfers of America's own championship. Now you see, back in history, there was no difference between club professionals, ones you see at your local club who give you lessons, who have the shop, and the players who were out on tour trying to win the big events. They were all sort of the same. Now that is not the case today, but the PGA Championship has a unique quirk, which is a throwback to that history. 20 American club pros get to play every year if they qualify. More on that later. So the PGA Championship has been around since 1916. That means that golfers have been trying to win this thing for more than 100 years. Another cool bit of history is that the PGA Championship used to be match play. That means that players met each other in head-to-head knockout matches until the last man standing was the winner. It's now 4 rounds of stroke play, like the other majors, but some people still miss the craziness of the match play format. Okay, we need to talk about the trophy. The PGA Championship trophy is called the Wanamaker trophy, and it is massive. Seriously, it looks like something a king would drink soup out of. It weighs around 12 kilos and players genuinely struggle to lift it. I'll link to it in the notes. If you're one of our younger listeners, you might even fit inside it. What about some of the legendary stories from the PGA Championship over the years? Well, it has produced some incredible moments. Here's a couple of my favourites. So going all the way back to 1991, a guy called John Daly shocked the world. Almost nobody had heard of him. He only got into the tournament at the last minute. Then he arrived, absolutely smashing drives miles past everyone else, and won the whole thing, earning the nickname Wild Thing in the process. Now, John was cool before golf was cool, if maybe a bit too crazy sometimes. Check out the links in the show notes. And then there's Phil Mickelson. In 2021, Phil won the PGA Championship at age 50. 50, that's older than your dad. Now, he became the oldest major champion ever, and the scenes on the final hole were incredible. Crowds charged onto the fairway to celebrate him as he walked up to the final green. Truly one of golf's iconic moments. Now, as mentioned before, one thing that makes the PGA Championship really unique is the club professionals. Unlike the other majors, this tournament includes actual PGA club pros. Golf coaches, teaching pros, people giving lessons at the local clubs every day, selling a new putter or a sleeve of balls, which means one week they're teaching someone how to fix their slice, and the next week they could be teeing up with Rory McIlroy. How cool is that? And fans love cheering for them because they are the underdogs. Now, the most famous of all recently is Michael Block. In 2023, he became one of the biggest stories in golf. He made the cut, played with Rory, made an incredible hole-in-one, and finished near the top of the leaderboard. So don't just watch the superstars this week. Keep an eye on the club pros too, because sometimes the best stories come from the players nobody expected. Right, so on to this year. Where's the championship being played? Well, unlike the Masters, which is always held at Augusta, the PGA Championship moves to a different course each year. And this year, it's at Aronimink Golf Club near Philadelphia. Now, Aronimink is a proper old-school golf course. It was designed by legendary architect Donald Ross, and it hasn't hosted a men's major championship since 1962. So we're really excited to see the world's best players take it on again. The course is long too, over 7,300 yards, so power matters. The greens are supposed to be super fast. Okay, now let's get into this. Who's going to win at Aronimink? Well, like at the Masters, we have to start with Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy. The two best players in the world. Scottie is the defending champ and Rory won the Masters last month. Either of those two can definitely win, like they can every time they tee it up. But this week, I think maybe Scottie just has the edge. He has been so close in many tournaments this year, I think it might just be his week to come good. But the hottest player in the world right now isn't one of those two. It's Cam Young from America. He won the Players' Championship in March, which is an event some people call the fifth major, as well as the Cadillac Championship just a couple of weeks ago. He is playing great and he hits it miles. At age 29, it could just be the right time for his first major. Now, outside of those three, history tells us that the winner will most likely be from the US. It's 11 years since a non-American won the PGA. That was Jason Day in 2015. So I'll throw a couple of other American names into the mix. Now, if either of these guys win it, it would be a huge story. Firstly, Rickie Fowler, one of the most recognisable players in golf, who often wears all orange on the final day. Rickie was going to be one of the stars of his generation and win multiple majors, but he lost his game a bit a few years ago. But he is definitely on the way back now. Second last week, 3 straight top 10s, he might just be trending in the right way. The other to mention is Jordan Spieth. Now if Jordan won, the golf world would go crazy, because Jordan has already won 3 majors, the Masters, US Open and the Open, so he only needs the PGA to complete the Grand Slam. Now, like Rickie, Jordan's game has been on the downturn for a few years, but there are positive signs coming into this week. Do I think Jordan will win? No, but what a story it would be. So this week, when you're watching the PGA, watch out for Scottie, Rory, Rickie and Jordan. Watch out for your favourite player. Watch out for club pros living out their dreams. And when the winning putt is holed, see if the champion can lift the massive trophy without dropping it. This has been Golf Loops. Until next time, keep golfing. See ya.